All right, we're live and on air and ready to begin our special meeting. So I'll call the meeting to order. Kathy, would you call the roll?
Jim Dombeck,
Here.
Steve Nelson,
Here.
James Shiloh,
Here.
Julian Davey, Jeff Jacobson,
Here.
Eric Jones,
Present.
Kristen Wren. Here. Quorum's present.
Thank you. Are there any changes to the agenda as presented? Is there a motion to adopt the agenda as presented?
So moved, Nelson.
Second, Jacobson.
Moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Audience to visitors. Is there anyone who submitted a request to be heard today?
No.
Okay. We'll move on then to Assistant Superintendent for Business Services report.
Awesome. Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming in this morning. We thought this would be the most efficient use of everyone's time. So we have some bids that are presenting this morning. And so I have a couple people with us from FGM and from Shales. So I am going to turn it over to John and Chris, and they'll kind of give a little background and process of how we came to our bid opening last week.
Good morning, everybody. I'm John Shales, and thanks for taking time out of your day to go through this. It has been a sprint here the past 3 months since you approved getting some work done here over the next 3 years. And it's just back in December, I think, that this got approved to get going, and we've got our bid results back for the majority of the project. Just to really want to give some praise to Lynn and Jim and the team at FGM to pull this together so fast. So this is a part of the bids that we're going to be doing this year. This includes some HVAC work predominantly, but also some masonry and general trades and things like that for this first bid package. The work that's not included in this that we're going to be looking to get done this year is some roofing work. We could not get bids for roofing because we need to do some scans of the roofs to see, to determine the exact scope of work that we can accomplish this year. We couldn't do the scans. Those are thermal scans to identify leaks or problems in the roof. Those couldn't be done while there was snow on the roofs. So with the winter that we've had, we couldn't get that done in the time frame that we had. And even looking out the window, we have a little bit more snow. We got to wait a little bit more time to get those scans done. So we will be coming back to you here within hopefully 6 weeks or so to get those scans done, get that information, put it out on the street for public bid, get those public bids back in, and then present them to you. That would be the last portion of the work for this year that we're looking to accomplish. So with that little bit of background, I'll turn it over to Chris, and he can walk you through the bids that we have today.
Very good. Thanks, John. Good morning, everybody. I'm Chris Damsch. I'll be the project manager for the Sycamore School District renovation work that's going to take place over the next couple of years. Before you are the bid results for each of the 6 bid packages that were out to bid over the last month or so, and the letter of recommendation. We did send bid documents out to approximately 75 trade contractors, qualified trade contractors that had put in the request. We also, SMC had called and emailed the contractors throughout the bidding timeframe to generate interest and see what kind of interest there was from trade contractors. So we did do that over that couple of week period. I think it was about 3-week bid period. The bid opening took place last Tuesday on March 9th around at 1 p.m. So we did have our bidders, all the bids were due by 1 p.m. and we did do that as a public opening via Zoom or a Teams meeting. After the bids were opened, SMC took the next couple of days and we met individually with each of the apparent low bidders. We sat down with them, we walked through the schedule, the project, the scope of work, the plans, the specifications, to make sure everybody had everything included that they were supposed to have included, and to make sure that we have full good bids. Everybody checked out that was the apparent low bidder. So that was good news. We didn't have to go to the second place for any of them. And, we're able to move forward here. So I think that's about all I have. I'm not sure if anybody has any questions with the information in front of you with the bid results.
Thanks, Chris. This is more of a question for Nicole, perhaps. How do these bids compare to what was originally budgeted? Or maybe that goes back to you, Chris.
Yeah, actually, we worked with FGM on putting a budget together for this summer. And since we were so time crunched with Shales coming in, we would work with them going forward for the next 2 summers. But we worked with FGM on putting a budget together. We feel like these numbers came in very closely to what we had budgeted. We still have about $2.2 million budgeted for the roofs, which we feel like is a good budget amount. So yeah, we feel really good with where these budgets came in.
But I guess it really didn't answer my question. I'm sorry if I wasn't clear. Are we higher or lower than what we originally budgeted, or about the same?
I think we're about the same.
Okay.
In going forward, just to talk that through a little bit more, so the budgets that we're referring to are actually the budgets that came out of the master planning that FGM put together, I believe last year at that point. So those are the budgets that we're referring to. It looks like we're right on those. Hopefully we'll have a little bit of savings even from the roofing bids once they get in for this year. Going forward, Shales McNutt Construction will be putting together those budgets so that we'll be refining those for that scope of work for the next year to 2 years to make sure we're getting the, continue to get the greatest bang for the buck at that point going forward too. So we didn't have enough time to develop our own budgets at that point for this scope of work because we needed to get this project out on the street. You do have some long lead items and a lot of HVAC equipment. So it was determined that we really, to even have a chance to replace HVAC equipment this summer, we had to get it out on the street as soon as possible so we can get it ordered. So actually, Chris has worked with the low HVAC contractor to get shop drawings already, even before you've awarded, so that we can get that process going. So this is not the normal process. You will be seeing a lot more budgets and a lot more refinement of costs as we go forward in the project. As we have a little bit more time. We're even talking already about what's coming for next year that we'd love to get that out for bid in November, even award before Christmas for summer 2022 work at that point. So we have plenty of time to get equipment. So we have plenty of time to get the planning. It's actually the best time to get your best pricing as well, kind of that end of year time frame. So this one's a little bit different than what you'll see coming forward in the next couple of years as well.
Thanks, John. Are there any other questions?
Can you comment just on the, I think it was on the general trades bid as far as I know there were 3 alternate bids presented there. Are we going with the base bid or are we not doing those alternate items?
This is Chris. The 2 alternate number 1 and alternate number 2 were for deductive work to remove some scope from the base bid, and that was for some tennis court resurfacing and the track resurfacing at the high school. So those will not be accepted. That work will be performed as part of the base bid. Okay. The 3rd alternate is for an additional roof or canopy over the press box, and that is being presented as being accepted. So additional work to the base bid scope.
And that's included in the numbers that you have.
Correct.
Any other questions? Is there a motion to approve the recommendations to award bids as presented?
So moved, Jones.
Second, Shiloh.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Nelson,
Yes.
Wren,
yes,
Shiloh,
Yes.
Jacobson,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Dombeck,
Yes,
motion carried.
very good. Any other questions, discussions? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Chris.
Is there a second?
Second Jacobson.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? We're adjourned.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
everybody. Have a great day.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.